Okay, we're live.
We're live. Hey,
Live.
everybody, what's going on?
All right.
I, I guess I'll introduce. I'm Craig Baumall, and this is Siobhan Olivero.
Yes. Hey, everybody. So, this is a brand new show that Craig and I have created that we are really, really excited about. And we're so happy that you're going to be here and joining us. We are going to do this show, and we'll talk about that again at the end. We're going to do the show every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. And as you can see, we have somebody else joining us and coming on. So, we want guests. We want you to come on our show. We want you to be a part of it. And so, our show is called Leadership by Design. And we are bringing to you the business of leadership. We are going to help and talk about molding your environment, solidifying your leadership, causing and creating leaders, and designing your business and your culture for your ultimate outcome. We're also going to bring you resources that we've come across that we think can be helpful. Craig, do you want to talk about some of those resources that we can bring to them that we'll be introducing along the way?
Sure. So, thank you so much, Siobhan. Yes, we want to be able to help any business owner to recognize certain scenarios that might come up that we all know come up over the time throughout business from inception all the way through the highest levels of success. We all come across various scenarios and various issues that we want to be able to tackle, and we want to be able to tackle them in the most optimal way. And some of those scenarios can even be resolved through resources that we've had the pleasure of connecting to different people who have either created shows, such as one that actually is coming up right after this at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, is Infinity X. They highlight business owners that run companies that help other businesses run in the most optimal way, and different ways, financially, or software that these companies have built, or programs and products that they can sell out to other companies to be able to help businesses run, like I said, in the most optimal way. You also have Fit to Exit. Fit to Exit is a phenomenal program that was created by two lawyers that help any business recognize wherever they are, whether they are just starting out or they're getting to the point of wanting to exit their businesses, to be able to look at the most optimal exit and structure their business for the most optimal exit that they can possibly think of. So throughout the time, as we come up with different issues, different scenarios, different questions that people will come to us with, we have different resources that we know we can provide you with that will help you also along your path and your journey. So,
Yes. And
Siobhan.
another one of those resources where Craig and I actually met is a program called Unblinded, right? And it's also a program for business owners and entrepreneurs that teaches integrity-based human influence, teaches self-mastery, process mastery, and some sales trainings and how to be more optimal and how to get from hello to yes faster with less friction. Always helpful and always beneficial for any business to be learning all of those techniques and things that we can do. So Craig and I wanted to create this show, come together to provide value and to bring all the information that we've been learning and that we can pass on to business owners, entrepreneurs, and CEOs. And so, with that, Craig, I think we need to tell them who the heck we are. So, who are you and what are you doing in the world?
Thanks so much. So my name is Craig Baumall. I am a business coach that is primarily focused on emotional intelligence to help business owners create the most valued scenario and community within their culture, within their businesses and organizations. Really, it's based in language patterns and communication that is internal, what people are telling themselves. We all know that the way we show up in the world, when we show up, no matter what the relationship is, whether it's private or personal, intimate, family-wise, or business, the way we show up is what we get back. How we show up and what we put into something is what we're going to get back. So we want to be able to always have the most elevated, the highest level of communication with ourselves and with what we're bringing to the table, so that we bring that out of the people that we work with. And leaders in particular have that access to create that in the people that work in the company more than anyone else. Now, a leader as you and me have talked about, Siobhan, is not just a person who has been given the title of leadership. It's not a person who is in any position or named position of a company, but is a person who takes on the responsibility of the people that they connect to, right? And the people that are around them. I grew up, and a little bit of backstory, I grew up realizing or recognizing, thinking that I knew business success, financial success in business only came about from people who were either given the opportunity where they were born into it, or people that were willing to step on anybody else around them and just to be able to get themselves a little higher up in the chain, not realizing that there was so much more to that financial success, to business success, and the greatest outcome and outreach and impact that any company can have with their purpose and mission. As I got blessed enough over the years to be introduced to various techniques of communication and of relationship building, I started recognizing what the real value of a purpose, a mission, a why really was. And when people showed me how it was going to be the most valuable for me to build that and structure that in my personal life, I started helping others with it. About 3.5 years ago, I got introduced to the personal development world. And I started learning about coaching and about helping people like this in a business sense. And it was actually Sean Callaghy, who is the founder of Unblinded, the creator of the integrity-based human influence formula, who said to me, all people want more money in business. All people want more money in less time and more magic. And it was the first time that someone put words so perfectly to what I always wanted to help people attain in their lives and in their business. And that's honestly when I went out and I said, how can I help business owners create this same value towards their purpose and their mission, not only for what they want to create, but for everybody that works with them as well. And that's when I found emotional intelligence. That's when I found that certain distinctions in language patterns and certain access points can be created to shift anything that a person is doing in their business to reach a level of impact and outreach, not only in their immediate circle, but to everything that they want to create in life. And I started working with business owners of every size, whether it was a solopreneur or a person with sales teams, and recognizing that these shifts, these slight distinctions and strategies can be applied to every company of every size, whether there's 5 people in the company or 5,000. And when you take that opportunity to bring that to the people you work with, and again, just take on the leadership role, because it's not, again, where you've been appointed to, but what role you're willing to take on in life and cause the leadership of the people around you, you end up elevating everybody so that everybody wants to grow together. And when you and I first spoke about this idea of having this call, I said there's so many access points to be able to help business owners with what they want to create and show them that everyday scenarios, everyday situations, and what so many people will call everyday problems that just happen in businesses, not only can be mitigated, but can be turned around to a positive. And that's what I want to be able to do here. And that's what looking forward to having the opportunity to share this mic and stage with you and other business owners so we can show them really what's possible in their business and in their lives.
Amazing. That's amazing, Craig. And I am excited and looking forward to hearing what you have to share with everybody and the business owners and the questions and the issues that they come to the table with. You said you talked, and I know the value that you have, and I am so excited to hear what you have to say and the value that you bring to the people that are going to be watching our show. So,
same here.
Yeah. So welcome to our guests. Thank you for being here also, and for supporting us and joining us on our platform today. And so who am I?
Yes, please, Siobhan, your turn.
I am Siobhan Olivero, and I'm an attorney. And I'm licensed in Florida. I practice criminal defense and family law. And you may say, what the heck does a criminal defense and family law attorney get on here doing a leadership by design business coaching show, right? Well, it's because I own a business, right? I've been an attorney over 10 years, and I've had my business, my firm, for over 6 years. And man, guys, I have made almost every mistake imaginable. If there was a mistake that could be made, I have made it, and I have learned from it. To the tune of, like, hiring somebody who stole almost $200,000 from me from my business in my first 2 years of business and almost bankrupted me, right? So I've learned some lessons the really hard way, and bring a lot to the table. I've made some really bad hiring decisions that just almost took a turn for the worst in the business as well. And so learning how to really develop that great team, that team culture, really getting into, like you said, Craig, getting into personal development. But one thing that I've learned along the way is that personal development, it's the phrase that I love, is that personal development precedes professional development, right? So our business can only go as high as we go. So what I learned is, if I'm here personally in my development, my business can only go here, right? My business is never going to go higher than where I am. And so then my business is going to drop. So if I continually want my business to grow, I have to continue to grow. And so I started to learn that, and I brought that in, and I found business coaching programs and personal development programs, and really turned things around. Where almost, about a year ago, actually, Greg, I don't know that you even know this, I don't know that you and I talked about it, that I was considering filing bankruptcy, shutting down the firm, filing bankruptcy, talking to bankruptcy attorneys, and learned how to flip it all around. Now I had a successful firm to that, but just went to a really down spot and then brought myself right back out of it. So knowing all of those things and being able to work through those things and knowing what business owners struggle with is what Craig and I talked about bringing to the table and bringing out there to everybody, because we know that everybody struggles with the same situations and the same things, and we understand how lonely it can feel as a business owner as well, right? And you're working all the time, and you're doing all of these things, and you're spinning your wheels, and so that's what I bring to the table. I am also a certified divorce coach, and that goes more with the law firm with family law, but I'm also a certified inside coach for life and success coaching. So have developed that and bring that as well. And so just looking forward to being here and to developing this amazing show with you, Craig. And I'm excited about where we're going with it. So I think we've explained why we're doing it, but if there's anything else we want to touch on, I think both of us did that, and as we explained who we were. Anything that you want to add, Greg?
Well, Siobhan, through our conversations, and you're talking about all the mistakes that you've made, and yes, you went from bankruptcy to turning it around, but the amazing strides that you have come through over the last year, even the appointments to Supreme Court cases and federal cases at a very, very high level that you and I have had conversations about. I mean, it's absolutely amazing to go from the place of creation to falling down to picking yourself back and really skyrocketing as far and as fast as you have come. I think is so valuable for other people to see, because the one thing I think that so many business owners look at is how difficult it could be to get to where they want to be, and not realizing how simple it could be. There's definitely a lot of work always involved in it, and you always want to make sure that you stay vigilant in what you're doing, but it's a lot of times so much simpler than what we see on the outside, because we throw the problems in front of it, we throw the issues in front of it, and it gets very murky and very foggy along the way. But what I love the idea of bringing in the legal side of it, as well as the experience and the life coaching and the business coaching side of it all, along with very different resources and the training that we've both been going through so much in sales, I think will help people recognize what they can do, not just for themselves, but for the people that work with them and for the clients that they serve. Because everybody we want to work with are people that really understand the need for valuing those that we serve above our own needs. And that's really what a business is about, is how are you serving your clients at a higher level.
Yes, absolutely. All right. And so when are we doing this show, which we answered in the beginning, but we'll talk about it again? Tuesday nights, 6:30, right here on Facebook Live. I did not hit record tonight, but that's okay. I'll download it, but we'll record them. And hopefully at some point we'll get them on YouTube and other platforms. We'll work on that in the future and getting that going. But for now, we'll be on Facebook Live, 6:30 every Tuesday. So what are we looking for in the show? Well, we're looking for for business owners, right? We're looking for entrepreneurs, we're looking for CEOs, we're looking for people who have questions about that or who need something that they want some help through or some coaching through, something that they might be struggling with. And you want a panel of experts and coaches or people who have just been through it to give you some advice or maybe a new perception of how to handle it or maybe things. So we want you to give us those questions. You can reach either me or Craig. You can find me on Facebook Messenger. If you're watching this on Facebook Live, then you know how to reach me right there. Click on that and send us a message. We want to know your questions. You can submit them. And if you want to remain anonymous, we'll leave it that way as well. We're also looking for guests. So we want you on our show. As you see, we have guests with us. We want you to come on. We want you to come on as one of our panelists to discuss it. If you want to come on with a question, that would be great. And if you want to come on to discuss questions that are submitted, then we would love to have you. The more, I believe, Craig, and I think that you do too, like the more eyes and ears we have on something that somebody's challenged with, the more solutions we can brainstorm and come up with and help them go through those challenges more efficiently, faster, and really get on a better course and where they need to go. And in developing what their outcome is for them for success. Again, solidifying your leadership, causing and creating leaders, and creating that business that you want for the outcomes that you want. So we are rated about 20 minutes. So Craig, is there anything else that you wanted to talk about or want to add?
No, I thank you for covering everything, Siobhan. I think you got it all down, and I'm so excited to be able to bring this to you guys. Yes, we do want to be recording it, and we do want you guys coming on. We want you coming on with not only your questions, but questions maybe you've heard from other people. I know some people might not be, want to jump on all the time, even with their own questions, because they might not want to outline it really what's going on in their business. But every one of us have not only had it in our lives, but have also seen it. And we want to be able to sort of role play it with you guys. If you have something going on, or if you know that something is happening, even in another company, feel free to work it out with us. Let us hear, let us see, let everybody on the call, listening in, watching, sharing it with us, and the two of us hear what's going on and how it is being navigated, and allow us to help you possibly see an outside point of view of where the experience from different industries even might be able to mitigate that same situation and navigate it in a more optimal way. We want to always find the easiest and simplest route through. So many of us have gone through the pain and troubles and tribulations, as Siobhan shared about her own story. I have done it myself as well. And you don't want to have to make those same mistakes and go through the same pain. So we want to be able to be there with you and for you as well. Feel free to reach out to us. We will be sharing our contact information in the lives as well, and also be creating an email for you guys to be able to write into us for any questions that you have. And please let us know. It will be leadershipbydesign@gmail.com. Fairly simple. And we look forward to hearing from you very soon.
All right. And Craig, how can somebody reach you if they want to reach out to you right now?
Right now, to reach out to me directly is Craig@impacttoinfluence.com. It's the number 2. So Craig@impact2influence.com.
All right. All right. So as we wrap up.
What about you, Siobhan? How do they reach you?
Yep. So you can reach me here on Facebook. You can send me a message through Facebook Messenger, or you can reach me at 813-501-7721, or by email at info@oliverolaw.com.
Amazing. Siobhan, thank you so much. This was an awesome, I think, intro and a start and kickoff to what I think will become a transformative relationship with our viewers. And I look forward to hearing from everybody, seeing it all.
Yes, me too. Thank you. All right. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you next week.